Hi, everybody. Okay, this is my review of today's episode of INR. Now, I usually go in order, and I'm gonna do that, but I'm also gonna drop in the fashion, and this time I won't forget because I took notes. All right, the color of the day is purple. It doesn't matter what shade it is; it's purple. From Nikki's lavender-ish top to Zuleika Silver Audra Charles deep purple like a violet plum to Amelia Highlay's purple, but it's more maroon magenta and shiny. Okay, so purple is the color of the day. All right, on to storyline. Well, all right. There's still a mystery of who there's still a question on who the mystery investor is. And as any good person would try to do, Lily tries to get the answer out of Victor, but to no avail. She wants to know if she knows the person who's involved, and Victor won't budge. So then Lily thinks it's Tucker, and she tells Devon this. But then also, okay, I have to backtrack a little from yesterday. Okay, I told you guys that Billy went against um, Jack's wishes and did whatever he wanted with Devon. Let Devon know or whatever. And that's not what Jack wanted, because Jack didn't want to involve Devon because he didn't want to create a family rift if there wasn't already one. And the way Jack said it was they could still get accomplished what they wanted without having to do that. And today there was major fallout all over the place. Okay, so I think that Jack has always been on the fence with Billy for a while, okay? Because of the past history and everything else. Because he's not been the most loyal person to the family, and the alcoholism and everything else that they've had to go through with him. And yeah, so there's that piece already, okay? And then with Billy going against Jack's wishes, that only further dug the hole for Billy in Jack's mind, I think. Because in the end of the episode, Jack and Diane are talking, and Jack says, "Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do about Billy. I don't know. I just don't trust him anymore. I don't know if I can trust him." So Diane says, "Okay, so what are you gonna do?" And he says, "Well, I'm thinking about cutting ties and just cutting my losses." To his own brother, about his own brother. But then again, I kind of agree with him to a certain extent. And Tucker must think something because, as I said before in the last video, okay, there was a question on who Tucker wanted Phyllis to infiltrate the files up. Remember, and I said that I thought it was Jabot, the company, but turns out he wants to look and have a closer look at Billy Abbott's finances. Now, okay, trying to put the pieces together. Why would Tucker want to know what Billy's finances are? What kind of leverage could he use from that? And what is his ultimate plan? Those are now the questions I have and the pieces I want to know. How it's all going to fit together, I don't really know yet. But as I said for a couple months now, and I mean it, this thing, the whole thing, is going to implode. And it's going to involve a lot of people, and there's going to be a lot of casualties. And I'm not talking about death, I don't think. Okay? But whenever it happens, there's going to be major fallout because of trust or because somebody did somebody wrong and they didn't see it coming. So there's going to be major fallout. Um, okay. On the other hand, okay, Victoria is not happy with her dad. at all. And if you want to see classic Victoria Victor scenes where they're both fighting it out, and it doesn't get nasty or anything, but I mean, they're really fighting it out, today was your prime example. Because they started from a civil conversation to raise voices and everything else, and Victor even threw Victoria kind of out of the company, but then Nikki tried to rein her back in and calm her down and say, I don't think this was the thing, but I think the damage has already been done. The trust that Victoria wants from Victor, she's not getting, and the affirmation and the acknowledgement of everything she did, she's not getting. So there's tear in the relationship already. So what's going to happen with that? I don't know. But I just see that as a major point. Okay. Slight side note, only it's kind of a big story too. Okay. You want to talk Fallout? Example number 3. Okay. You know this affair thing, Audra and Kyle? We knew it wasn't gonna last very long, and I said the repercussions of it were gonna be huge. Yep. Ding 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 ding. Yeah. Okay. Examples. Nikki told Audra, don't have a relationship with him. Don't. What does she do? She sneaks around her back and tries to have a relationship in secret. Only, I have to say, this has to be the weirdest, dumbest couple I've ever seen in my life. Only they would go to like the club for a date or something, and Nikki's standing and looking at right there. So then, she does the Nikki thing and says, Kyle, could you please excuse us? Then she proceeds to read Audra Charles, the Riot Act. Okay? At which point, after a long meeting, Kyle's in the park, unbeknownst to any of this. She comes in and he says it must have been a long meeting. Then she says, with no uncertain terms, well, Nikki told me I have to fire you. And then she tries to cover her butt and say, but I tried to help you out, but she just wasn't listening, so you have to go, and I can't do this anymore. So, major implosion there, but I knew it wasn't going to be good. I knew it. So, and then to add insult to the injury, also, Kyle was at a bar or whatever, like a bar, so society or something, or maybe the jazz club. Anyway, he was having a drink, a real drink. Okay, so Victor says, "Oh, how you doing, Kyle? Looks like a strong drink for an afternoon." And he says, "Well, if you only knew what happened." And Nikki fired me because of a look I had. And then, Victor says, well, do you think you had anything to do with that? And then he says, well, you're an Abbott. You were never a Newman, so you don't belong at Newman. You really belong with your own family's company. So, I don't know. I understood what he meant, but it kind of added insult to injury when the boy was already down. So I don't know if I like the delivery of that. All right. Bone the Beautiful coming. Okay. Bye.